Hi Gemini, it's June, and let's get you a message. And happy birthday, by the way, Gemini. So this card fell out during the shuffling, so I'm gonna take it. Ooh, the Empress, lovely. Wow. This is incredible that you're getting the Empress right next to the Emperor, and it's like they're facing each other even because they're out of sequence. So there's some kind of union happening and in a powerful way. Kind of like if this is a partnership, like a in your workplace, in a project, there's like two counterparts, you can say, like people bringing different talents to the table that really complement each other very well. Yeah, so this is like a very complementary partnership happening. There's a lot of what's standing out to me in both is the pomegranate and the blueprints. So there's a combination of like logic and intuition on both sides, but one side is more comfortable with the logic and one side is more comfortable with the intuition, and what's magical is how they work in harmony together. So I really see this as a partnership between two people or two groups of people. Like it could be two businesses working together, it could be two like departments working together, something like that. And it's going to change things up. Of course, in a better and for the better, but it's going to shift the way things are arranged right now in your life. So here you're waiting for the right moment to make an offer. Oh, Momo. Yeah, so here you're waiting for the right offer to come in. I wonder if there's like multiple offers on the table for you and whatever you're doing. And you're also waiting for clarity. You're waiting on some kind of illumination to happen. Okay, so Mocha already selected these two cards, so we're just gonna take them and leave them for the end. Yeah, so your perception is changing over something, and there's some kind of genuine message. I can't really see if I feel like you're waiting for it, but also you're waiting to deliver a message, a genuine message as well. Something is resolving. It's really interesting. We've got like this chicken in the egg here. So it makes me think of something ending, but also something starting anew. And it looks like this bug, like in the fetal position almost. So the Four of Swords is about taking restorative rest to prepare yourself for the next stage of things that you're gonna put action towards. The Ten of Swords is about kind of like hitting the end point of some pain you've been carrying. It's like you can think of it like rock bottom, and I almost see this as like the clarity that came with the rock bottom when something got released, right, in this image. And it's feeling very similar to the Hanged One as well. Here, here, and here are all like suspended in rest, in release, almost like resignation. I wonder if some of you are like handing in your resignation. and then waiting, timing, right? Waiting for the right moment, waiting for your own thoughts to evolve so that you can really see. I feel like you want to see what you want. And it's really interesting. So you got the Empress and the Emperor, who are like the master empire builders, and then the Ten of Pentacles, which is like kind of like an empire, like a legacy, in a physical way. So it's like financial, career, home, property, security. There's a lot of stability in the end with this. Having a hard time. This is kind of like crazy, all over the place energy. I'm gonna have to pull out the oracle cards to help. Ooh, so there is a new beginning happening with the waxing crescent moon. This is like asking you to leap with full trust into the unknown, into something totally new. Yeah, okay, now I'm coming back to the Four of Wands reversed with the Ten of Pentacles. So these are both kind of like home and stability and security cards. And it's like you're leaving, you're up, the Four of Wands is upturning your sense of like comfort, some kind of some kind of commitment. Yeah, so okay, some kind of commitment is ending, terminating. Maybe this is the resignation, but it's in favor. It's like you're ending the commitment of the Four of Wands and gaining the Ten of Pentacles instead. Summer. So this is all happening, I would say the summer solstice is pretty key. This is a timing card. It's happening in the summer months. Let me see. My gifts are welcomed and needed now. Warmth radiates around and within you during the height of the summer season. At the peak point of the Earth's own sacred cycle, there is an abundance of natural beauty to be witnessed all around you. Bountiful farm crops, longer days of sunlight, time spent with loved ones, and this is a time of massive expansion and connection. Just as the earth provides many offerings for your nurturing and nourishment, you are now being asked to share your own gifts. If you have been working on something but have played your cards close to your chest, the time has come for you to show your hand and let others in on the magic you are creating. If you are not quite sure what it is you are supposed to be sharing at this time, consider what you have to offer from your heart. An offer from the heart. So this might be you offering something to the world from your heart, something very genuine and sincere. Whatever first comes to mind, that is it. There is no need to make it complicated. Let your inner vibrant sunshine illuminate from your heart space. You'll find connection with others from this abundant space of generosity. What does my heart want to share? Wow. Yeah, this is pretty significant, like a significant turning point for you. It's almost like you have a blank canvas, blank slate kind of situation here where you can like start with love, start with your joy, and other things don't matter so much. I'm being drawn to the star crown of the Empress, and it's like, what are you wishing for? Like, what are those wishes that have gathered up in your head? Like, now's the time that you can do something about it. There's a lot of like beautiful cards here, and then I'm so thrown off by the swords, like kind of on the sides. I need more clarity for that, I think. Two of Wands in reverse and the Five of Swords in reverse. This is some kind of idea that didn't catch fire, that never ignited, that never went anywhere. And this is like there was no support, external support for that idea. Do you see how it's like all empty? It's like, yeah, it's like the sun set on this thing that you wanted to do. And it's kind of heartbreaking looking at the Two of Wands, like the unlit flame, the unlit candle. It's just like it's perpetually waiting to be lit. I wonder if this is the thing for you to revisit now. Either that or for you to let go of that pain. I feel like that was defining you a lot. And now you're being called, okay, now the Ten of Swords is really significant, yeah. You're being called to finally let go of that and rebirth yourself. Like, release it and find a new identity with this Summer card coming through here. Finding the joy that you can offer, finding what you can offer the world and connect with the world through the heart. And you're soul searching here in June. I want to say June 12th is important. You're soul searching and you're going to find it. And oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful opportunity for you to redefine your life and like lead yourself through love and happiness through life. It's like the Hanged One is coming out here from the waters, emerging into the summer, like ready to share their gifts with the world. And you're sharing joy. You are, yeah. This is so cool. Let's see. How about the Medicine Oracle next? New Spirit Moon, hope. Yeah, there's hope on the horizon. And the new moon in Gemini might be pretty important too. I think it's on like around the 4th to 6th, somewhere around there of June. Yeah, maybe do something at that time with your soul searching and figuring out what you want to do next. I think that if you get some time alone, like, you know, in the lake at night times, find some peace and stillness, you're going to have an idea kind of click into your mind with this. This just happened to me recently. I released something heavy, and then a few days later, like a beautiful idea dropped into my head, and it's almost like I had made space. I had like set the intention to move forward, or I had actually done it by releasing this thing, and then it's like, here's your next idea for moving forward. And it was so exciting, and I'm so ready to start that path, and I feel like that's gonna happen for you too. Yeah, something needs to release with rest and staying in your comfort zone, feeling protected, finding the peace. You need a vacation. You need like to go out by a lake maybe, and just like, yeah, find the stillness and just release something into the world ritualistically, however you want to do that in your own individual terms. Release it into the universe to make space for that thing to come in. You have a cool start happening now. Okay, one animal to send you off with. Oh, the Ram and Dahlia, determination. I feel this as like a soft determination, like a steady determination that's not at the expense of others, but something that like this ram just like you know, steadily walks towards its destination, like totally focused and, you know, one end goal in mind. And it's kind of interesting, like the Ram's looking at the Ten of Pentacles, the ultimate success. You just need to, yeah, decide what that is. You're having a shift and walk towards it, you know, steadily, with soft determination, out of love for yourself. And yeah, there's a lot of hope in this, I have to say. You're gonna get there in the end. And that's your July message, something for you to work with there. Hi Cancer, it's June, and let's get a message for you for the month. This looks pretty powerful. So you're really like stepping into some kind of power here with the King of Pentacles. You might be getting like a raise or a promotion at work, I feel that. And with the Temperance card, it's asking you to yeah, I feel like you're taking on some more responsibility, and you're gonna need to find ways to manage or to balance your time, your energy, your energy output, and your restoration here. And with the Sun in reverse, I get the sense that like this is gonna be kind of new for you to handle. You're not gonna really know how to handle the up level at first, and so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but of course, like every transition is, you know, it's not going to go perfectly and easily, but this is really like for you to come into this power, but also to learn how to balance yourself while handling the power. And the 14 keeps standing out to me, so you might want to look out for June 14th as significant. So I think there's going to be a little bit of emotional intelligence needed, particularly around your style of leadership and authority. I think you're gonna have some cranky people that you might be managing or working with, and yeah, people management skills is gonna be key. This might be the thing that you're going to have to balance, is like not taking things personally and not reacting in certain ways to people who are of lower status than you. Particularly, there might be a lot of complaining, I feel, and you're just gonna be like, what do you want me to do about it, you know? That's kind of one of the things. It's like you're learning your leadership style and how you're going to present yourself and your authority and your responsibilities in this situation. With the Two of Wands in reverse, there's some kind of stall to a project. Ooh, Two of Swords in reverse. The stalling is because the way forward isn't clear yet, and it's like there's no work being done on this yet. The Emperor, the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh, you're being called to step into this leadership role as the Emperor. The Emperor is very like action oriented and is like a master builder. So it's like your advice here is to assemble the pieces, and I see the pieces as like people, as much as like departments, as much as like actual materials, to assemble it, to like conduct it like an orchestra in this like fluid way that you're able to do as a Cancer leader. And yeah, you're going to be able to release your fears and anxieties over whether you can do this. You're going to quickly find that you can, partly because you're going to just be thrown into the water essentially, and you're going to find that you can swim gracefully through the troubled waters. And you're going to be able to, it's like you're activated when you step into this role. Suddenly you do see the way forward. You start to like trust your gut. Do you see how the Emperor like sees what to do? They just intuitively know what to do. Trust your gut on the way forward. It doesn't have to line up logically all the time. I feel like that's kind of going to be a key part of your leadership. I don't know if this is a terrible example. It's making me think of the Star Trek movies, and what is this? Captain Kirk, right? He kind of just like feels like he knows what to do, and then he kind of pulls it off. But he does need the team to support him. I think there might be complaints, there might be pressure on you to like be a bit more like Spock, to like bring in the facts, but you're kind of coming into your own, and you're embracing that side of you, that like cavalier side of you. Whatever resonates with you, like just step into your own leadership style. This is what you're being encouraged to do in July. This is your grand opportunity to do that, really. Ooh, so you're getting fall. Fall is going to be an important time. This might be when you're getting that promotion or stepping into that new role, taking on that responsibility. I also want to bring in the meaning of the fall. Oh, it says, I am divinely supported. Fall brings you the reminder that life cannot continuously exist in summertime's high-octane energy. Yeah, this is the Temperance card. Eventually, it must give way to a dip, a downturn, a gentle beckoning to lower the volume just a tad. Fall asks you to be discerning. It is a season marked with taking stock of resources, readying for the cold of winter, and a time to get clear about what is at hand. Make an honest assessment of your skills, available assets, your community, and people with helpful knowledge. Reach out to those who might be able to play a role in supporting you at this time. This is a reminder that you have all the means, talent, and support available to you now, wherever you may need it. You can breathe deeply, inhaling and exhaling with relief, knowing that you are divinely guided and supported. Yeah, that's amazing. I'm so glad that I read the message for you. That was not what I was expecting, but it totally aligns with the reading here. That this responsibility is meant for you. You can breathe, you can release your fears, remember your core as a true leader, because you're really stepping into that leadership character now. I think you haven't had a chance on this level yet, but you're really gonna see how much you shine with this. So cool. You get eagle feather soar. Just go for it. Yeah, 15 here landing on 16. 16 stood out to me earlier. So the 15th and the 16th of June might be pretty important key times when something develops here, and then the fall might be pretty important as well, particularly for striking that balance. Oh, I just had the thought that if you're on an academic schedule, the school time starts in fall, so you might be like starting a job in as a teacher or in academia, and kind of you're feeling unsure how you're going to navigate that. You're going to be just fine. You're going to do so well, and this is your chance to just take your wings up and soar. Actually, this is another card of being supported, divinely supported, so I have to read you that as well. Receiving an eagle feather on our path is the deepest honor. It means a powerful initiation and a message from the spirit world that you are ready to step into your fullest medicine. It's usually gifted to us by an elder, a medicine person, or someone we respect. This card comes forward for you as a gift from your ancestors. It's a blessing that reminds you that you are on the right path. You are birthing your medicine self, integrating all that you have learned in this lifetime and ready to soar with confidence and pride, like the Emperor. It's time to expand, and this card comes forward for you to believe in yourself and your powerful vision. Release your doubts and fears of not being good enough, wise enough, or powerful enough. Eagle Medicine crosses your path today to affirm your greatness. Move through your fears and shine. Release your doubts and fly. Eagle reminds you of your sacred responsibility. Oh, that's what we were talking about. You're taking this responsibility upon this earth as one who chose to be here at this time. You were given gifts and the ability to create beauty and change in the world. Yeah, it's time to use what you have been given. You are being called to higher heights and ways forward. Your vibration increasing with every intentional movement. Don't look back. The only way forward is toward your greatest visions and dreams. Open your heart to believe. Take a leap of faith and allow the wind to support your wings. Amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's just really coming in so strong that this is really meant for you. I don't know if you really need to hear that and have the confidence, but the confidence boost, but this is what's happening. And that last line about like opening your wings and soaring reminds me of the Temperance card as well. Soaring with this balanced energy, being able to soar while also this really means like making time for yourself. I feel like balancing your responsibility to others with your responsibility to yourself and to your family, I think. Okay, I'm gonna send you off with one animal card. Oh, you got two. Ooh, the Owl and Hop Wisdom. Rely on your own inner knowing and your own existing knowledge at this time, and soar again. The Goat and Willow, overcoming obstacles. You will overcome every obstacle that you encounter with this. I get the sense that you're fearing the next obstacle and the next one, you know, overcome this one, but what about the next one? You're going to clear all the obstacles. Again, because you're eagle with wings, it's so much easier for you to just fly over them. So embrace this moment. This is beautiful, and I'm wishing you so much love in June. Leo, happy June. Let's get a message for you. So you're creating something at this time, and it's going to take on a significance in June. And you're kind of like overburdening yourself at this point with the thing you're creating. I feel like you might be hitting a block and really trying to like push through that block. And I think this is what your message is, that you're, what is the word? Like, you're doing these things a little bit too much in the pushing too hard. You're too focused on the end goal. You're too like committed to what that end goal should be, and it doesn't leave space for how it could actually unfold organically. You're like stuck in the books too much. Like you've done enough reading, you've done enough research, you've done enough like you've gained enough background knowledge, but it's like you keep going back to it, and it's almost like you're spinning your wheels with this. And with this one, it's like you're so emotionally invested in it that it's actually like making it so hard on you. Yeah, sorry if that's like a little bit like harsh to hear. This is the way I feel like it's coming out in your service. That you can be like a lot more gentle on yourself, a lot less hard on yourself, because you're actually like right on track and you're doing great. You don't need to like do more. You don't need to be so. I feel like you're trying to approach this like you're trying to chart like a laser point map, you know, to your end goal, but it's not allowing for the process to unfold in the beautiful way that it wants to unfold. So you're kind of stifling the project in that way, and you're also burning yourself out. I feel like this is all hitting ahead in July. I mean, sorry, in June. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, you're confusing yourself. You don't know which way to start off. I feel like you hit a next stage of whatever you're doing. You know, whether it's a project or research, and you're so overwhelmed that like you don't really know where to start with this, with the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. There's so many directions that you can go, and like it's like analysis paralysis and information overload happening here. But you have some beautiful advice coming with the Wheel of Fortune. Do you see this figure have like a blindfold, and they're able still to navigate forward? You're being called to just like fly with the wind, just like trust your intuition, trust your gut, and just steer forward. And because it's like this, it's like metaphorically you're relying on your vision when you really the directions are coming through your through sound. And so if you blindfold yourself, then you can more clearly hear the directions, you know? So it's kind of like that. It's like you think these are the directions, like you need to make a end goal, you need to do the background research, you need to put your full heart into this and like sacrifice your social life and just, you know, all in service of achieving this thing, when really it's like it's the joy of being the creator that will actually get you to the right end goal. You know, the discipline is not necessarily going to get you there. I have to say, yeah, you're kind of going down the wrong path with that. It's the joy that's going to get you there. So like release the reins on yourself a little bit in June and see where that gets you, because you're limiting yourself by doing that. Like, it's all understandable that we've all been taught to have discipline, but the discipline is kind of ingrained in you. And once you open up yourself enough to have that joy and have that playfulness with the creativity again, and you get that important like insight, then your discipline can come back in like in a measured way, to work with that creative insight that you've gained. Yeah, I almost feel like short of breath, like panic attack, like it's so intense for you right now that you're trying to achieve this thing. Return to source. Yeah, this is like jumping into that blank slate, like just starting over, starting fresh, clearing your mind, and reapproaching this thing with fresh eyes, like reapproaching this project. I really feel like it's like a multi-stage project, coming back to it as if like you're coming into it for the first time somehow. Let me see if there's advice on how to do that. Ooh, letting go allows me to begin anew. Completions and endings hold a unique energy as the final stage in the never-ending cycle of life. Death is the last letting go of a life experience. This is the process that brings any creative endeavor to a close. Oh, I wonder if you're like not able to like you're perpetually editing. You're not like finishing the paper, something like that. that could be happening as well. And you just need to kind of like release the pressure on yourself to finish this thing. Maybe some of you are working on your dissertation at this point, and I mean, you've already heard the phrase that the best dissertation is like a finished dissertation. There's no perfect there. One of my advisors also told me that just remember that your dissertation will be the worst piece of research that you do in your career, because you're just starting off, you know, that you only have up to go from here. So I don't know if that's helpful for you, but it gave me a lot of comfort when I was finishing mine. Let's see. Oops. Return to source. After a time of inspiration, growth, and sharing your gifts, you are being asked to let go of that which has run its course. If something has lost its vital force, but you have kept holding on to it, now is the time to bless and disconnect from it. Give it a proper celebration and burial. I feel like that's the discipline thing that has got you this far, but now it's like not helping you as much as it used to. It's actually taking the joy out of your work. The magic of this stage lies in keeping the faith and belief that in death we return to source. A new conception, pregnancy, and birth await you. Yes, the new ideas waiting for you to just let go of this pressure, of this way of working that's overburdening you. You are opening up a portal to a new and vibrant endeavors by releasing what has fulfilled its purpose. You can rest and look forward to fresh possibilities, but right now you must fully acknowledge the conclusion of this present adventure with gratitude and reverence, and then disengage to honor the ever ongoing cyclical process. And the prompt here is, what in my life am I no longer inspired by, but continue to put my time and efforts towards? Oh yeah, that's exactly, I feel like that question is really important to focus on. What doesn't inspire you anymore, but you still find yourself like scheduling it into your structure, your discipline. You need that inspiration, you need that joy again, and you get that by releasing the rigidity from your life that has served you until this point, but like the card said, bless it and then disconnect from it. At this time, you don't need that anymore. Legacy, 7 generations. Yeah, you, like I said, this is like a multi-stage project, and you've been working on this a long time. It really could be like your dissertation, right? It's really there. Like, you see how like these ancestors are celebrating this person? Like, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just like you can feel it in their eyes. Like, I'm there. I've reached this completion. Like, this is what I've been like working towards, and it's a part of a bigger picture. So kind of like I said, if it's your dissertation, it's just the first step in the legacy of your career. You can think of it that way. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's what this card is bringing through, is that if you need a message that you're done, you are done. You can finish this thing. You don't need to do more research. You don't need to do more reading. Like, you're done with this. It's good already. Let me send you off with a animal to accompany you on this journey. Ooh, dignified dragon. Honor good fortune, individuality. Fearless dancer of the flame. Ignite the passionate fire within my soul. Yes. Yeah, get away from that uninspired schedule. Light the passionate fire within your soul again. That's the only way forward, I have to say, with all the messages coming through. And June is a really key time for you to either realize this, like in your own like lived way, you're going to really see this, and it's also a time for you to like start on the path towards that joy, towards releasing the pressure and just like finish this thing out with joy. And because the joy, the beauty is going to be infused into that creative work, that project, that writing, that research that you're working on. If you just kind of go about it as a job, it's going to communicate as a job. But if you go about it with joy and inspiration, the inspiration will come through the finished product. And so that's your June message, and I'm wishing you so much love on that. Hi Virgo, it's June. Let's get a message for you. You're being released in an interesting way from some like strings tying you to the past, some double energy from a past job that you've had, that's been both preventing you, that has been preventing you from starting a new job, for fear of this situation repeating, or that the intensity, the disappointment, maybe even like I'll say the trauma of this situation of working together with colleagues who were like manipulative, narcissistic, you know, like all the things put together, paired with being in like a terrible environment. I feel like this was a really intense work situation from your past that was really giving you a lot of internal stagnation or pull from starting freely in another job with, when I say freely, like emotional freedom to like be yourself and have faith, I guess, in the work environment again. Yeah, so I think many of you are looking for new opportunities, even applying for new opportunities, and there's a lot out there. You might be like casting a wide net and you're not really sure where to go. And a lot of that is informed by this situation, this background here. It's kind of confusing you as to what you want out of life because you're so afraid to make the wrong step again. With the King of Pentacles in reverse, this is kind of like the path that you're on. You're on the path toward the King of Pentacles, which is like great financial, career, status, success. But yeah, it's like the King of Pentacles almost looks like they're like bowling the pentacle right into the Seven of Cups, all the different opportunities, and like the fear is strong. I can feel it, and it almost feels like everything is a risk because of this. So finally, your advice is coming here. Don't rush to make judgments. This is interesting. That's coming through with the Judgment card, but I'm feeling that from the Knight of Swords. Don't rush to make judgments on anything, and also take your time with easing yourself into this next step, because it is in your path now to accept that next opportunity. But it depends on you having the right guidance with the feathers, connecting to your intuition in the right way to be able to select the right Seven of Cups for you. Yeah, I will say this is actually a major challenge, a lesson for you to learn to trust your intuition. I feel like there could have been red flags that you ignored getting into this previous job, and now you're afraid to trust yourself again. But let me tell you that this is all kind of like your lesson to build your intuition, to gain your confidence in listening to your guidance, building a language with your spirit guides, and allowing them to help guide you to the right decision. And you'll see, it's not about you making the right decision, it's about you listening to your guides. I feel that also with the Judgment, you connecting with your guides, and then it'll be so easy because they will show you out of all of the choices which one is the right choice. So you don't have to logically weigh the pros and cons. You just have to listen to your guides. That's the challenge, and you're blocked with that. So in June, this is really what your guidance is. Your invitation is to work on connecting with your guidance, your guides, your higher self, however you want to see that. 26 Crone. I want to read this because I see it's full of symbolism, again, of connecting to intuition, with inner wisdom, and spirit guidance. Number 26, Crone, I accept myself. The ancient wisdom of the Crone is grown from a lifetime of learning. Yeah, learning from experience. Of living and observing, of devotion to the cycles of birth, life, death, and decomposition. It is a wisdom steeped in a commitment to self-transformation. The Crone's medicine lies in the acceptance of all that is, a bone-deep acknowledgement of the seasons, phases, and fluctuations that define the experience of being human, recognizing not only the pleasure but also the pain of what makes this existence ripe with wonder. She reminds you that welcoming the full spectrum of being human is the surest road to a liberated life. I feel that with the Judgment card too. Yeah, it's meant for you to experience the highs, the lows, this side of the story, that side of the story, in order to liberate yourself, your soul. And that's precisely what she has to offer, liberation. This is an invitation to embrace your human magic, the dark, the light, and the present moment, and all that's beyond your mortal senses. There you go. All that's beyond your mortal senses. Time to tap in. Relinquish the need to understand, and then release the notion of what has been or should be to find ease with what just is. Ooh, that's said in a different way than I was thinking, but that's such like appropriate advice to hook into what I was saying. Relinquish the need to understand. That's what I was saying here about you weighing the pros and cons. Maybe also like hyper analyzing what happened in the situation. Relinquish that need, and then release the notion of what has been, here and what should be in your future career steps, and to find ease with what just is. So that's your major invitation to step into, and I can tell you that's so powerful. Being able to accept what just is, to see things for what they are, see how you kind of like articulate or connect into what is, and that's how you master like the flow of just going with what is, instead of giving yourself so much torture over like thinking of what should be. Yeah, so this again, the key word is liberation, coming with the Judgment card. Also with the Ace of Swords, I feel that liberation of your mind, liberation of your thoughts and emotions. It's like you're rewiring your brain, or you're gaining a new perception in June with this. Ooh, that's so exciting. I feel like I want to give you one more card to end this. A Sacred Medicine card. Medicine rights, accomplishment. This is beautiful. So this card is all about you recognizing yourself and allowing yourself to be recognized, if not by people in the physical, then those in the spiritual, recognizing your accomplishment in your soul, in your life path. I just want to read the last paragraph. It says, take a moment to reflect on the physical, emotional, and spiritual work that you have been moving through. Note the dark moments that you have stood in, the fire that you have walked through, and the oaths that you have now dissolved. You hold a truly courageous heart. This card affirms that you have walked with respect and dedication, and you are to be congratulated. You have understood the sacred responsibility of your path. Celebrate, dear soul, for you have moved through pain and hardship, and now ease is beginning to flow. You've done the work, and now you can rest and receive. And that really makes me think of the Ace of Swords, now receiving the guidance, receiving the insight. Yeah, receiving the ease and the wonderful things in life, as much as receiving the communication that I think you felt disconnected from, you felt like you were yearning for. So this is very spiritual for you in June, as well as it connects into your physical, like your career life. And so I'm wishing you so much love on that. Hi Libra, it's June, and let's get a message for you. This is so funny because there's just been so many reversals coming up for all the signs so far in June, and I don't know what's going on, but for you it's mostly clear that it's time for you to take a rest, to like put everything on pause, like take that vacation, block out your vacation days in your calendar, because all of these are opportunity, developing, building something, like initiating something material, and it's all in reverse. So it's all like, put the brakes on. This will all be waiting for you when you get back. Even the Page of Pentacles is like on a beach. Like, I really get the feeling that you need to be on a beach somewhere and just put all of this in like a file on your laptop and shut your laptop. Yeah, okay, so the reason you're getting this guidance is because if you take the right rest, the correct restorative rest, and this might shock you, but I'm really feeling like 4 weeks, if you can afford it. 4 weeks of rest consecutively. It doesn't have to all be 4 weeks of vacation time, although that's ideal, but it could be like, you know, you do 1 week of, you start tamping down on your work, and then 2 weeks of vacation, and then 1 week to allow yourself to slowly like ramp up back into work. So you just work some half days or something like that. This is going to benefit you so much because you have the Magician card here, and that's like all about the creativity, the wheels of creativity start flowing. So it's actually a major heads up that you really need, like, I see you're so excited about what you're working on here, and like a new opportunity coming in, possibly like collaborating with new sets of people maybe from like across city lines, state lines, or even abroad. And it's like you're so eager to plant this new plant and make it grow. It almost looks magical for you. Like you just can't wait to plant it and see the result. But this needs long-term care, and in order for you to care for this long-term, you need to care for yourself first. And this is the moment in June. This is the time for you to do that. You can afford to do it right now. And yeah, I really feel like your guides are like trying to like squeeze some time into your schedule, just like pencil me in, you know, like they also want to connect with you, you know. That's why they're asking you to take this rest, so that you can hear their guidance more clearly. It's like they want to help. It's so cute. Yeah, so the I don't know what more to say, but like block those days out. Oh, the sun, yeah. Go take a picnic. Okay. Yeah, this is major. You absolutely should be doing this. I mean, of course, free will and you have your choices. But I say that because you got the strength card, and this is a year of the strength card, 2024, because it adds up into 8. So this means this is one of your major life lessons during this year, is to find that strength to care for yourself. I think it's absolutely, it makes sense that the Nine of Swords is here. I think that you're trying to outrun some fears of failure or fears of not being enough by filling in work. It's just like the more that you schedule in, the more that you feel that everything's gonna be okay. And that's just running you down. It's also counterproductive. I want to emphasize here that the sun is lining up with the Magician. It's re-emphasizing what I said about clarity, illumination of your thoughts coming in, and you really embracing this Magician energy when you get the proper rest. Yeah, so you're gonna be rewarded by, it's like you're gonna be rewarded by taking a vacation. So you got like the coolest reading so far for June. You'll see, like right after you come back from vacation, you're going to have so much clarity, you're going to have so much momentum, and all of this is gonna like unfreeze really easily. It's just gonna like start right back from where you left it. It'll feel like you lost no time at all, because you're not losing any time. It's actually really essential. And then don't forget the lesson. I think you're going to embody the lesson once you go through this. You're going to remember how good it was, and how good it was for you and for your work that you took this rest. Yeah, it's kind of funny how hard it is to like, that you have to get tarot advice to take rest, but I've been there too. Like, you know, those ingrained thoughts are real. Lunar eclipse. I might throw up the timing of the next lunar eclipse on a text here if I can, but this might be occurring around your sign. I feel like it was in October 2024, but you can take this however it resonates. But I also want to read you the advice from the guidebook. So why I was mentioning the lunar eclipse is that the timing might be significant in terms of everything that's going on here, and for you to really get that closure, that clarity around making this major shift in your life. So it's not just about you taking a vacation. It's about you making a shift, a long-term shift in how you view work, how you value yourself and your health, and how you move forward, balancing the two. So lunar eclipse, I embrace my shadows. Lunar eclipses occur when the earth obscures the light from the sun that shines upon the full moon. In the old world, the moon's disappearance was cause for suspicion and ignited a fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. You're being called to get familiar with your shadows. The time has come to root out any lingering or stuck energy, limiting beliefs or old stories that may keep you stagnant or playing small. Yeah. You're keeping busy, but you're still keeping small. This is going to help you up level. As you explore and befriend your shadows to learn from them, you will find deep wisdom and remember how to trust yourself. This journey is bound to leave you with a better understanding of your past and present. The wisdom of this nighttime wonder lies in letting go, releasing expectations, rejecting self-imposed limits, and setting down all that is no longer yours to carry. Your sacred body is asking you to release these heavy limitations during this transition. Let them go and allow yourself to be free. And your question is, what am I keeping in the shadows? Yeah, I feel like this reading is complete. If you want to leave there, you can leave there. But for people who want a little more guidance and support, I'm going to pull 2 more cards. So the first one will be an animal card. Rooster and sunflower coming with the sun. Communication. Words are important to help surface your shadow as well as talking to your shadow. So as it comes up, and say that you found rest, you found stillness, and then your shadow comes up to you and you're like, what now? Talk to it. I know for inner child work, that is a thing that if you meet your inner child when you're like being still and kind of trying to connect, you can just be present with the child, but you can also talk to the child. I feel like that same message is coming in for your shadow. You can either just be with your shadow, but your guidance is to talk to it. Like the card said here, make friends with your shadow, get to know your shadow, and just see what happens from there. It'll make everything less scary. Let's see what sacred medicine oracle card you're getting. Ooh, the good being worth. Yeah, I feel a similar message here with holding space. And like I said, just being with your shadow. You might also just be with your inner child, even though that kind of just slipped out of my mouth. I think that's also coming up here in this reading. So you might have some shadow work that is linked with inner child work to do. And again, like, don't be afraid of the word work. It could just be you holding space, giving presence for what's going on there instead of just pushing it aside all the time. Just giving yourself a moment to be with it so that it can be understood and then possibly be released as well. Additionally, here's the sun again. You're going to feel like you're going to understand, but you're going to feel this in an embodied somatic way, that you're going to feel the warmth of your own worth. You know, you're going to feel warm, literally, like emotionally and literally, as you're doing this. And when you feel that, that's a good sign for you, that you really connected to something, you're really making progress. And so that's your beautiful message for June, and I'm wishing you so much love on that. Hi Scorpio, it's June and we're gonna get a message for you. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna talk about it now. You have some kind of wounding over a partnership, and I do feel for most people this is a romantic partnership, but maybe not just one. Like, it's more of like a recurring theme around romantic partnerships and just feeling very misfortunate with this. So this is setting the topic of, it's time to bring this up. I'm sorry to be the one to bring this up, because it's time for you to heal. Yep, with the full, it's time for you to start fresh. Oh, and you'll be working toward or walking toward some sense of justice, like karmic justice, with how you experience relationships, connections to others. This is the home commitments card. Temperance. Wow. So there's a lot of good stuff coming in the end. If you have a Sagittarian friend and a Libra friend, connect with them to support you at this time. The Four of Wands is about home, commitments, security, stability. So there's something that you're going to come into harmony with around this. It's very general. I think it's because the main message for you is to keep hope, because there's great things coming with this. With the Six of Wands, it's a sense of victory and celebration, and people celebrating you. Lining up with the Justice card, it's like you're overcoming some kind of misfortune that happened, and it's like you're walking away like with a new lease on life, I want to say. It's like you're ready to create this home for yourself now. Yeah, that just all lined up really fast. So let's start with, get into your oracle cards. These two want to come out together. Just gonna take that. So you have a timing card, fall. The fall time is going to be key for this all to like come together, I think, in an important way. I feel like the fall time is also kind of like emotionally significant to you. I mean, besides, of course, I think Scorpio's birthdays are in fall. Besides that, there's something that like, something comes up every year in the fall, like on a particular date, and it makes you kind of wistful. I say that also, I think, because of the willow tree. It's kind of like wistful energy. But I want to read you some highlights from these to help give you ideas. So for the fall, the mantra here is, I am divinely supported. And then for the willow tree, your mantra here is, I make space for my emotional experience. So it's definitely a time for you to feel supported in making space for your emotional experience. Like I said, I really felt that energy of like, uh-oh, I'm bringing up the sensitive topic that you don't want to talk about. June is going to be a key time that you can start to make space for this. And fall will be a key time that this starts to really show, I think, show in your life the changes that have actually come from giving yourself space to making space for your emotional experience. So I'm going to read this while Mocha's blocking the camera anyways. Willow tree 33, with its drooping branches reaching out and downward toward the earth in a fountain of leaves, willow tree evokes watery emotion. The flowing, twisting vines from a sanctuary for weary souls, this sacred shelter invites passerby to duck in for a moment of respite beneath its canopy. So there's shelter here, there's safety. Safety to feel your emotions, because I want to tell you that they won't overwhelm you. I think you're afraid of that. You're ready now to keep them in balance. You're ready now to see them and understand them and not feel consumed by them. Also, I want to say the threes are significant for like community and connections and working together. And it makes me think of the Three of Cups, of one of my favorite cards, which is like three figures celebrating, but also like supporting each other in union, uplifting each other, like overflowing each other's cups. So I know most people like look for the romantic love, the Two of Cups, but I just adore the Three of Cups and like other forms of love, and that's really coming through here for you to embrace at this time. Your friendships, your community connections. Just really don't discount that kind of love, because that is really going to fill you up, especially at this time. Willow Tree is here to offer you a space where you can process emotions that feel too big, bulky, overwhelming, or unwanted. You are being asked to allow these emotions to surface. Once your true feelings are unearthed, they may be released, streaming out and downward, just like the tree branches. They may be received by the earth. When they are released in a space that feels safe, you will feel a renewed sense of peace and well-being. Oh, this is like exactly what we're talking about. So the Three of Swords, you're healing, you're releasing the swords in your heart, and you're becoming free with this renewed sense of peace and well-being with the Fool card. Willow Tree reminds you that emotions hold holy wisdom. This wisdom is accessed by working through what arises from within. Now is your time to allow for full and complete awareness of your internal experience and your feelings, and to gather the insights that emanate from clear waters. And your question is, where do I feel most safe to express all of my emotions fully? Yes, so that I feel like is your key invitation in June, is to find that space where you feel most safe to feel your emotions fully and to express them. And that space is likely to be with other people, since I was getting the Three of Cups coming in here too. And those people are going to celebrate you. They're going to celebrate alongside you when you attain this, both the Temperance and the Fool energy, as well as the Justice energy. This Justice card is kind of sticking out interestingly, and so I want to actually pull out the Fifth Spirit Tarot description and read the interpretation from the author. From the fulcrum of the scales, justice surveys the past, present, and future. They perceive the whole story, the long procession of choices that led to this moment, the deeds recorded in the heart. Then they put down the scales and take up the sword. When justice appears, it's time for a reckoning. On the collective level, this card is about the unjust systems of power and authority that privilege some and oppress others, about taking action to challenge those systems, fighting for justice and equity, and demanding change. On the individual level, which I feel more in this reading is the individual level, justice calls for a personal audit of your life. Turn your attention to your choices and consider if you're acting in integrity and alignment with your values. Justice asks you to step into your own authority by taking responsibility for your actions, asserting boundaries where necessary, or demanding accountability from others where you've been transgressed. Justice's sword isn't ornamental after all. It's the sword of choice and truth. And when the scales are unbalanced, the sword takes action. I also feel like that's taking accountability to yourself, acting in integrity and alignment to yourself. So that is your June message. Definitely time to visit these uncomfortable, uncomfortable things from your past, or things that you're carrying with you, but in service of freeing yourself from those as well. I want to send you off with a little animal card. You get the spider and passion flower. Creative ingenuity. Number 2. Spiders represent a balance of light and dark. Cunning yet patient, they spin intricate webs that are both beautiful and deadly. The passion flower is a vining flower that has come to symbolize faith. It was named by a 16th century Jesuit missionaries who associated the plant with the passion of Christ. Its filaments represented the crown of thorns, its 10 petals, the 10 faithful apostles, and so on. This is interesting. I think the message to pull from here is balancing the light with the dark, because you also have the temperance, balancing the fire with the water. I think that you're afraid that there's an overwhelming darkness inside of you. But your message here is there's also an overwhelming light, and you can balance the two. The two are in balance, and it's time for you to be able to see that for yourself. Yeah, and that's resonating with the Justice card as I say that. It's like also another balance. Yeah, of course. It's another balance card, balancing the scales. This is balancing extremes. You have control over this balance. You are in harness of it. It's not controlling you. And yeah, so that's for your June all the way until fall, and I'm wishing you so much love on that.